Now, it took one night, one fight to change his life forever. Nottingham's Carl Froch has spent almost 30 years in the ring, gone from boy boxer to national hero, earned millions from the sport he loves, and now been named honorary freeman of his beloved home city. But it's been a gruelling journey. So what next? Has Froch finally finished with fighting?
And then finds a brilliant right arm. Down goes George Groves. It's all over, I think. The referee is saying Groves tracing it out.
Yeah, I'll look back on that moment for the rest of my life with a smile on my face.
Groves has been knocked out.
But I did what I said I was going to do. I did the job.
Ground. It's a magnificent performance.
Mission complete. Finished.
He is a boxing legend after the biggest fight in British history. His dream for one last thrilling finale.
All my heroes before me, they've all boxed in Las Vegas and they've had their name up in big lights.
Or is it time for Carl Froch to hang up the gloves for good? It was a career that almost never happened. A shy, skinny 8-year-old boy who turned up at the gym in Nottingham and found a place to call home.
Well, I went with my older brother Lee. I can remember Lee was old enough to box and compete, to fight competitively, and I wasn't. I was too young. And I can remember thinking, oh, I'm upset by this. So I had a little cry. I'm not old enough to do it. I can just remember walking in the gym and smelling the atmosphere, the environment, the blood, sweat, and even tears. It's quite a nice smell. It's like, for me, it's a homely smell.
Well, I think he told me it's what he wanted to do. Oh, he was brilliant. Well done, lad. Well done. Before we knew it, he was entering all the competitions that they entered them into, and he was going to every one, never complained, always training. He used to hold cushions, 3 of them, and punch each other with cushions.
So it never stopped, even when he wasn't in the gym?
Never stopped.
I always looked forward to playing boxing. I always enjoyed it. I went down there as and when I pleased, and it just happened to be 2 or 3 days a week. I never missed a session. And I knew that if I didn't want to go down, I didn't have to. So there was no pressure. It was just going down there for pure enjoyment. I did it for years and years.
He spent 15 years on the amateur circuit, winning schoolboy, national and world championship medals.
I'm really excited about Carl Froch's performance at the moment. I'm seeing somebody there who believes in himself and has got the skills to go on all the way here.
Got it right mentally, give him some of my good shots, made every shot count, solid, sharp, accurate.
I was quite a shy young man, quite nervous every time I boxed.
What was putting you off going pro?
I just didn't fancy it. I looked at Chris Eubank and Nigel Benn, I just think they're big, strong, hard-hitting men, and if I fight them, I'm going to be in trouble. You know, if I went back to 1999 or 2002 when I turned pro, and somebody said, you're going to become world champion, and you're going to have all these, but I'd have said, no chance. It's not going to happen. I'm realistic. I'm not good enough.
But meeting one man would decide his fate as a fighter.
13 years ago, when he was a kid and he was unsure what he was going to do with his future. He was going to drift out of boxing, and thank God he didn't. And he came and went with me for about 9 months, deciding whether he was going to box or not.
None of this is drifting away from it. You ain't
being under his guidance, sparring the people I've sparred, and having the fights I've had at the right times when I've had them, it wouldn't have happened under anybody else.
What followed was 12 years of brutal, bruising encounters. As time after time, Carl defended his hard-earned world titles, driven on, determined to fight his way to the top of the boxing world.
Oh, it's lovely to see you.
roll call.
Quick, you ready? Say cheese.
Cheers, everybody.
Before the fame, before the fortune, there was family. Ever-present ringside, Mum Carol.
So that's car boxing.
Right, so how old would he have been in those ones? Yeah.
About 11. He was always tiny as a child. Smaller than most kids of his age.
But he was still beating everybody?
Yeah. Strong as an ox. Can't describe how I feel. Cry now. When I'm on my own, I think about it. Yeah, it does me.
I'm so excited for the night.
Yeah, I'm dead proud.
She's played a big part in my success, and she means everything to me. You know, it shows when people, you know, the people that really, really want you to do well and really, you know, want you to succeed, and they're not there for the bandwagon and the glory, they're there for the rough times.
It's good. He's got a real soft side to him, hasn't he?
Oh yes, I don't know whether he'd let anyone to know, but no, he has. He's a gentleman, and he loves his family. They mean the world to him. Like this little one here.
You know, boxing's given me a really, really good life. It's not come easy, it's not been... If I could go back and do it all again, I probably wouldn't, and I mean that. It's been so hard, yeah. You know, people don't understand the sacrifices you make and the years I've put into this sport and what I've had to do. Honestly, I mean that. If I could go back and do it again, I'd be like, shall I do that, or shall I just, you know, I'll stick with the office job.
Destiny determined what happened next. 2 battles with George Groves, a cocky young Londoner, cementing Carl's place in fighting folklore.
You're getting absolutely swatted. Can't win.
The Froch is dumped with a left-right combination. Down on the seat of his trunks for only the second time in his career.
A controversial 9th round stoppage meant Froch's titles were intact, but his fighting pedigree was called into serious question.
I'm devastated that I got booed in the arena. You know, I got not everybody was booing, but there was a lot of people there that was booing.
A rematch was what they all wanted, and what a rematch they got.
Fight night is fast approaching for him, and he's in a fight he can't win.
I've got range and reach on him. I'll knock him out early.
And you know, everything he's done throughout his whole career, it really comes down to Saturday night. You look at all the great fighters that he's beaten over the years, it kind of means nothing now. He's got to beat George Groves.
Tomorrow at the Wembley Stadium, Froch versus Groves.
I'm just focusing on the end prize, the end goal, and this is my legacy at stake.
Coming on strong again in the later stages of round 8. Good couple of punches from Groves, but again he's having to cover up under some body shots here from Froch. Froch goes with a right to the body once more, gets picked off with a shot to the head as he's ducking in low, and then finds a brilliant right hook. Down goes George Groves.
Into the jungle.
That's the biggest fight in my life. That's the biggest occasion I've ever been involved in boxing-wise, and anybody will ever probably be involved in the next 20 years. So this night means everything to me in terms of my boxing career.
Into the jungle.
Carl's childhood dreams are now reality. Champion of the world. Hailed as Britain's best ever boxer. Honoured in a special ceremony and made honorary freeman of his beloved hometown.
Tonight's been fantastic. This symbolises an acknowledgement of my achievements in my wonderful city, which is Nottingham, so I couldn't be prouder.
But what will be the finale to this incredible career?
There's only one thing that really, for me, comes close to getting me motivated, as opposed to fighting in front of 80,000 at the Wembley Stadium, and that would be to fight at the fight capital of the world. The Las Vegas dream just seems exactly that, a dream.
So is the warrior willing to finally finish the fight?
That right hand that connected on George Groves' chin on May 31st, 2014, just happens to be the last right hand I ever throw as a professional fighter. I am a happy man. I really am. I'm happy. To answer your question, am I ready to retire? Yes, damn right I'm ready to retire. I've reached the pinnacle, did what I said I was going to do. I got redemption, and I did the people that love me and follow me very proud.
2.5 minutes into the 8th round. It's a magnificent performance from Carl Froch.
So watch this space.